Rose? Where are you guys? I don't see you outside anywhere. Did you park the car somewhere else?
Jenny, I was just wondering about you. Where have you run off to this time,
Run off to? I didn't go anywhere. I was just in the bathroom while we were at the gas station. I don't see the car anywhere, and I've been looking all over for you. Did you leave without me?
I guess we must have, yeah. We're at the rest stop now, the one with the diner by the lake.
The diner by the lake? Wait, you mean that rest? All the way down the interstate? You're kidding me, right? That's like dozens of miles away from here. What are we going to do? It'll take forever for you to come back for me.
And you're still at the gas station, huh? Well now, how did that happen?
I mean, I guess you somehow took off while I was still in the bathroom? I'm just impressed you guys actually forgot me. And since neither you nor Isaac are picking up the phone or reading my messages, I've just been sort of stranded here.
That's odd. I could have sworn you were in the back seat with Isaac. I guess you're right. I must have accidentally left you behind.
You seriously really just didn't notice I was there? Are you sure something else didn't happen? I mean, I don't want to be rude, but this isn't exactly like Kevin McAllister's mom forgetting him or something. There's only 5 of us, myself included, and we're not exactly driving a city bus. Wouldn't you have noticed right away if any of us were missing?
Hey, I was pretty preoccupied with the trip home, you know. You know how that is. Don't you ever get in the zone behind the wheel and forget something important? Besides, everyone else is taking a nap in the back, and I thought you were too. I figured we were all tired from being on the road since the crack of dawn, so I might as well just get a move on as soon as possible. I'm sure you can understand.
Sure, that makes sense. What should I do, though? It's not exactly like I can get a taxi or a ride out from here to there. I hate to ask, but could you please come and get me the next time you get a chance to turn around?
Gee, I'd love to, but considering how long it would take to come back for you, it'd be ages before we actually made it home. Besides, I don't even know if I have enough for the toll booze.
I mean, yeah, time will be a problem no matter what, but I promise you money is no issue. The car's got a card hooked up to it that just charges my credit card, so you can pass through the booth without even having to talk to anyone.
You know me, though. I'm horrible with directions. I know how to get home, but other than that, I'm as blind as a bat.
I guess, but there's a GPS system built in. You just need to put the name of the gas station into it, and it'll tell you where to go, no problem.
That's easy for you to say. I'm no good with this newfangled technology. We just had maps and people telling us instructions when I was growing up.
All right. I mean, if it seems like too daunting of a task for you, I think it might make sense for you to wake Isaac up and ask him to take over driving. I doubt he wants to leave his wife behind at the gas station either. I'm sure if he was awake and reading his messages, he'd feel the same.
Are you telling me to wake up my exhausted son and put him behind the wheel? Nonsense. He deserves a break from your incessant whining anyway. That's why I silenced his phone in the first place. I'm not going to put him through such an inconvenience at this point, and asking for more from him is just downright insensitive.
I agree it's inconvenient to wake him, but leaving me stuck at a gas station hours from home is already pretty inconvenient, I'd say. The ship has already sailed on avoiding any kind of trouble at this point, so shouldn't we just change course now to avoid making things worse?
I'm sorry, but I need to put my family first, Jenny. I hope you can understand this is just the sort of thing a mother has to do.
Am I not family at this point? I married your son. I bore the 2 grandchildren you cherish with your whole heart. What more do you want from me?
I appreciate that, I really do, but at the end of the day, you're a stranger to me. Nothing more, nothing less. Grandchildren or no, you will never be part of this family. A mysterious woman who lives off my son's hard-earned money and frankly doesn't contribute enough to justify it. Frankly, I don't think I owe you anything, and I'm not interested in pretending otherwise.
So, that's how you feel about me, huh? I have to be honest, the more you go on and on, the less likely the story about you accidentally leaving the gas station without me is sounding. If I had to guess, I'd say you might have waited for the kids and Isaac to fall asleep so you could ditch me on purpose.
Is that so? Well, you got me. I've been looking for a way to uproot the weeds growing in my family's garden for quite some time now. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep any charades for too long, but for as clever you are, even you need to be put in your place and told when you don't belong.
At least you're finally being honest with me. I can't say I've ever sensed any hostility from you before. Can you fill me in on what exactly I did wrong? If you talk to me, we could have a civilized discussion instead of whatever your master plan is here.
Civilized? Oh, please, there's simply nothing civil about you. Do you think I was born yesterday or something? I know exactly what you get up to, Missy.
I feel like I'm missing some key information here.
Don't try to hide behind your veneer of intelligence. I know you haven't been doing a single thing around the house. Not the dishes, not a single load of laundry, not even caring to sweep or vacuum the place. You've burdened my son with all these things he simply shouldn't be worried about. And as a wife and a mother, you should be ashamed of yourself.
And you heard this from Isaac, I take it?
Of course. He told me he was doing all the housework, and I was simply appalled. He even told me he has to go pick up the kids from school every day. Honestly, how lazy can you get?
Is that all he told you?
What more could he possibly need to tell me? The man works tirelessly all day to support the family financially, and then he has to come home and keep the house in order, too. That's just plain old sadistic, if you ask me. My son is a saint, and he deserves better than a rotten wife like you.
I had no idea this was your impression of me, nor that Isaac would go out of his way to paint me in such a light.
Sounds to me like you thought you could get away with your nasty, nefarious behavior, but now I've got you in hot water. I'm sure you don't have the good sense to talk to your parents regularly, but Isaac tells me everything. There's no use hiding it from me.
If you don't like me, that's one thing, but isn't leaving me stranded a little, extreme? What are you even trying to accomplish here, other than ruin my day?
True, this wasn't the most permanent way of stopping you from plaguing my son, but it taught you a valuable lesson that I hope you'll internalize soon. Anything that isn't needed around here is getting left behind, people included.
I assume you want me to just give up on the idea of you ever coming back for me, in that case?
Smart as a whip, I see. Took you long enough, but still glad you're finally taking a hint. My grandchildren deserve to be emancipated from the nasty woman they have to call their mother.
I see. So that's how it is. I guess I'll just have to find my own way out of here.
I know actually trying to work hard is a foreign concept for you, but I'm sure you'll manage. Maybe you can use your wiles to get some dope of a guy to drive you home.
Still, don't you think this is all going to blow up in your face when Isaac and the kids wake up and start asking about me? I mean, what are you going to do? Brainwash them in their sleep? Actually, I don't want to give you any ideas.
I have no need for anything of the sort. I'm simply doing what's right, and when my family wakes up, they will be relieved to know I've dealt with the miasma of suffering clouding their lives thus far. In fact, I have to say, it'd be best if you simply never came home at all, for their sake.
I imagined you'd say something like that. You're really serious about trying to get rid of me, huh?
I'm really serious about my son's happiness, and I won't let you stand in the way of that. I can't wait to see the look on his face when I tell him I've taken care of things. As for you, why don't you just find a new life for yourself by the gas pumps, Honey, I'm home. Well, Jenny, how about yourself? Have you started working the register there? Or are you trying to hitch a ride home still?
I got my dad to come pick me up and take me back to my parents' place. I figured it would be best if I didn't try to come home tonight. It'll probably only make things worse between us. You don't have to worry about seeing me tonight, I promise.
Your parents, huh? That's disappointing. Here I was hoping you were gonna be stranded there all night, at least. Still, I can rest easy knowing how humiliating it must have been to ask your father to pick you up like you were some unruly teenager. Besides, they don't exactly live close by, and at this hour, my, the money for gas and time spent in traffic must have really added up. Have you no shame? Honestly, I thought you would have learned to live with the consequences of your actions, yet still you find ways to burden others with your mere existence.
I'm not super happy about it, but what else was I supposed to do? You didn't exactly leave me with a lot of options here. If you want to blame anyone or make anyone feel ashamed for the grievance you've caused me or my family, you should blame yourself, Rose.
Oh, please, if you really wanted to save anyone some trouble, you could have just walked until you could hail a cab.
Walk? Alongside the highway? That's ludicrous, both in terms of danger and distance, and you know it.
So, do you honestly think I care about your well-being? After all you've put my darling son and his children through, you wretch? You act like I'm not sitting here waiting for you to get hit by a car. That's the sort of thing that would really take you out of the picture.
How can you say that sort of thing? Even to someone you don't like. That's beyond rude. Insulting. Humiliating. That's just downright barbaric.
Oh, please. I'm sure Isaac has been praying for something far worse to happen to you after the kind of low-class wife you've been to him. My suspicions about his underlying hatred of you are only being confirmed as I take a little tour of his house of yours. I mean, this place is filled with all sorts of gadgets and opulent nonsense. Just look at the size of your TV. Let me guess, you paid for all of this extravagance with my son's money, too, didn't you?
So, leaving me stranded wasn't enough. Now you're ransacking my abode? The barbaric stuff is just getting more and more apt by the minute.
Well, if I'm going to live here, it stands to reason I should at least give the place a once-over, no matter how revolted I am.
If you're going to... I'm sorry, is there something wrong with you? Like, genuinely. Like ditching me on the side of the road and telling me to get hit by a car? That's one thing, and something I can guess I can understand if you've decided on hating me. But at this point, the logic is either non-existent or downright perverse. Do you honestly think my family isn't going to notice I'm not home with them? And I can't believe I'm saying this. If you're about to tell me you're going to plan to dress up like me and become your son's wife, I'm going to be sick. I swear to God, I will call the cops or an exorcist. Maybe both.
Oh, you're good for a laugh. I can give you that much. Too bad you're not making money as a stand-up. Then maybe I'd go a little easier on you. Truth is, the kids and Isaac were half asleep once we pulled into the garage. I told them we went out to the grocery store and they bought it, and he carried them inside so they could all keep napping together.
Congratulations! You bought yourself some time. Now what's the next step of your master plan? Do you expect them to sleep forever? Put them in cryostasis? They're people, Rose. They're your own flesh and blood, which you claim to always put first. Despite the fact that you're continually pulling the wool over their eyes.
Trust me, they'll come to consciousness and their senses soon enough, and they'll see how good they have it with me and without you.
You're not taking the whole impersonating me idea seriously, are you?
Why would I want to impersonate a good-for-nothing she-scoundrel like yourself, huh? If you want to talk about being taken seriously, you should have heard what your own husband said about you behind your back.
And what would that be?
I'll have you know that Isaac called you a vampire, a blood-sucking creature who steals away his money and his will to live. He told me in confidence that marrying you was the single biggest mistake of his life, and he would take it all back if he could, even if it meant not having the children. He'd choose losing the children if it meant he could lose you, Jenny.
He'd really go so far to say something like that?
Of course he would. I'm his mother, and he'd never lie to me. Not that you'd know anything about that. I doubt the kids would trust you even when they're your age. Still, if you don't want to take my word for it, why not ask him yourself, unless that is you too scared to hear the truth from his mouth.
Of course I'm going to ask him if he really meant it.
He's been so resilient in the face of such hardship. That's my son for you. He can't go on any longer, though, and that's why I've come to save him from you.
I don't know. Something tells me you'd make any excuse to insert yourself as the hero of this story, with me as some kind of tempting villainess. Do you honestly expect me to believe you care about him or the kids when I see how feverishly intent you are on making me suffer in these cruel and unusual ways?
Hold your tongue, you vile woman. You truly are insidious, you know that? To think my son has lived with someone of your temperament for 5 years. Even the most lowly women would have the common decency to accept this is what's best for their men and children by this point, and yet you still put up a fight. I'm beginning to suspect you're not even human at all.
Can I be honest with you, Rose? I don't buy any of this, not for 1 second. I don't believe for a single second that my husband, the man I have loved every day we've been together, would say the kinds of things you claim. At the very least, I don't think he'd unload all of this onto you without ever once showing me a glimpse of remorse for marrying me or for us having children.
As usual, you're taking his immense gentle heart for granted. Of course, he's far too sweet of a man to ever say something so biting to your face. Of course, you seem incapable of appreciating his hard work and dedication in the first place, no matter how much work you leave him to do.
You do realize I don't make him do the housework, right? Not that I want you finding out the things we get up to in our personal time, but I don't exactly whip him when he doesn't do the dishes. He cleans things and takes care of the house of his own volition, of his own interest, because he's a caring, good guy, like you said.
I'm sure that's easy pill to swallow, feeding yourself this garbage about his interests while you leave a dirty mess of a home for him to toil over. He's been telling me this whole time about how much deep aching pain he's in from having to do that sort of thing day in and day out.
It's a broom and dustpan, Rose, not a jackhammer. Anyways, I'd really appreciate it if you stopped putting words in your son's mouth. It's getting a little old at this point.
What's getting old is hearing your vain, empty attempts to avoid taking accountability for your own wretched behavior. This is why I was opposed to you two being married. I knew you weren't the right one for him in the slightest. Women who marry men younger than them always carry this disgusting, obnoxious sense of superiority, and you're no different.
Well, at least you finally stopped pretending you despise me for anything I actually did. Unless loving your son is now suddenly a sin? I've known you hated my guts since the moment we first met, but this is even more than I could have imagined. Don't you hear how evil you sound?
I try to be subtle and give hints over the past decade, but since you're clearly too thick-headed to understand, I've had to opt for a different approach. The time for diplomacy has ended, and the gloves are solidly off, you cradle robber.
Huh? I am 3 years older than him. That's a bit of a stretch, even for you. All right, fine. There's no bargaining with you. I'll quit trying to come home. That's what you want, right?
That's more like it. I'd stick to your word if I were you. I think you'll find your welcome less than warm if you decide to show up.
I hear you loud and clear at this point. Don't worry.
Good. Finally, I can rid Isaac of the leech that's been clamped to his skin, draining his life force with every whim and worry-free purchase made on his dollar. Now, do me a favor and be gone from my sight permanently. Back to your rotten tricks, So much for keeping your word and understanding my wrath. And don't even think about denying it. This has you written all over it.
What has me written all over it? Sorry, I'm not sure I'm following.
My grandchildren aren't home and it's the middle of the day. That's very slick of you, picking them up from school and luring them away from their own family, you sick, sick woman. You will return them to me at once.
I didn't do anything, and even if I did, I would be picking them up as their mother, not some stranger danger character, you freakish old woman. Besides, if anyone picked them up, it was Isaac, who does that every day, of his own volition. In fact, Maybe he did what he always does and brought them back to their mother like they want.
Are you out of your mind?
Are you? I'd imagine you'd have to be to separate children from their mother who did them no harm. I would describe someone who wants to split a loving husband and wife apart as pretty out of her mind, personally.
Enough. Start explaining yourself now. What did you do to coerce Isaac into handing them over to you, huh?
Nothing, really. He's a free-thinking and acting man, and all that happened is that we decided to see each other. We're considering a divorce because of your actions.
Well, that sounds sensible enough. Still, I would have liked if you had gotten divorced much sooner.
Well, that's your favorite opinion, isn't it? On the other hand, Isaac seems really torn up about it, and he really only wants us to separate if it's absolutely necessary. And by the way, when I asked him about the things you said he told you, he called it a gross exaggeration of the truth.
All right, I played things up a bit, so what? Since when is being dramatic a crime? They give out awards for that sort of thing, I'll have you know. More importantly, if your little domestic snafu has been solved, it's time for you to give me back my grandchildren, you witch. Those poor babies, the two of them must be miserable without their lovely grandmother at their side.
I wouldn't be too worried about them if I were you. Not to rain on your parade, but when I saw them now for the first time in a week, and I asked them if they were okay, they only had bad things to say about you.
Enough! I won't fall for this sort of mind game so easily.
There's no mind game, honest. They just told me plainly, in the way only little kids their age can, that they hated their grandma. It's just heartbreaking to hear, isn't it? According to them, they never wanted to see you again, even if it meant we had to find a new home and a new school.
That's impossible. My own flesh and blood would never. What have you done? You brainwashed them too, haven't you? You haven't done anything to deserve their love. You're just a lazy, money-grabbing mosquito of a woman in more ways than one.
Right. And just to be clear, whose money am I grubbing on exactly?
What ridiculous thing to ask. You're leeching off my son's salary, of course.
Right, your son, my husband, who is not making any money at the moment. Is that who I'm leeching money off?
Not making any... What?
Isaac's been a stay-at-home dad for a while now, Rose. You didn't know that? I thought he told you anything and everything.
What kind of drivel are you spouting this time? There's no way that's true. My son is nothing short of an elite. The boy was a valedictorian on the dean's list and worked his way up to the top of the corporate ladder. He'd never do something so soft.
Well, your elite son packed up his office 3 years ago, after the children were born.
That makes 0 sense at all. That would make it an incomeless household. You quit work as soon as you got hitched to him, didn't you?
I did quit the job I had, that part is true, but I kept on working freelance, and I've been doing so ever since. Do you not remember me mentioning that at the wedding?
I thought freelance was just one of those words your generation uses when they mean they're broke.
You've got some learning to do, I guess. I'm an interior designer with a good reputation and circle of people, a well-polished portfolio, and an attractive website. I really don't need an office job. I've explained this to you dozens of times by this point, but I guess it never stuck with you, did it?
Oh, phooey! Nobody cares that much about work you can do from home, let alone on the internet. I'm sure you've just been gorging yourself on whatever extravagant severance package they gave Isaac, and you're just patting yourself on the back here.
If that's what you want to believe, then go right ahead. It's a free country, after all. Whether or not you want to believe me when I say he didn't get any severance pay when he left is similarly up to you.
No severance pay? Explain, now.
Sure, although it's hardly mind-blowing. Like you said, Isaac was at the top of his company, and he's interested in going back to work when the kids are a little less of a handful. Of course, the others recognized his value and want him back, too, so not giving him severance is more like insurance that he'll come back. Meanwhile, I've been getting more and more work steadily, especially with Isaac fully committed to things like picking the kids up and housework. In other words, we can live comfortably just on my paycheck, and Isaac is very satisfied with me being the breadwinner.
I feel like I'm in some kind of parallel universe.
Yeah, or maybe the world has moved on from your backwards idea of how starting a family works. Why should Isaac be expected to do all the work and I be expected to do all the keeping of the house? If anything, you should be relieved that the two of us are as comfortable and secure in our respective masculinity and femininity, not repulsed. That's the only reason anyone ascribes to these gender roles, to validate this fear people like their backwards parents impose on them.
Oh, save it for whatever college you got your liberal arts degree from, Jenny. Besides, your story is a sham and I can prove it. If Isaac quit his job years ago like you say, how come I haven't heard anything about it until now,
Right, and you feel like Isaac would be comfortable telling you he wanted to be a house husband full-time? Is that so? Can you honestly say you wouldn't look down on your son if he told you the truth? I'd love to be proven wrong here.
My own son lied to me?
He had to keep up quite the extensive facade to make sure you were happy, and it's been quite draining for the both of us. If you want to know why divorce is on the table for us, it's because we're not sure if we can bear to do this anymore. The kids are young now, but if they grow up thinking that we're some kind of shapeshifters who exist to please you, the whole point of parenthood is to try to make sure your kids come out better than you. But if you had your way, I'd be raising my children to be monsters.
He took them away to save them from me then? Fine. You're too good to let the kids see me, but why would Isaac quit his job? Even if you could support him, why would he want to leave the top of the ladder?
Being at the top of the ladder is exactly why he left in the first place. What are you supposed to do with yourself when you spend your whole life climbing only to find there's no more rungs to grab one day? Can you blame him for wanting a break from that kind of intense, fast-paced life?
He quit an executive position over something so trivial.
I felt the same when he first told me he was leaving, but hey, it's a matter of pride. If he was pushed to work even more, it might just break him. Besides, he wants to go back someday. He's just been trying not to burn out and spending his energy on being there for the kids. Which, is the whole reason the two of us want to work in the first place.
That foolish, no-good son of mine. Why didn't he just get a different job, huh? What an idiot!
I think you're missing the point, Rose, but whatever.
At this point, I'm afraid to ask, but just how much money are you making to support my oaf of a son, anyway?
Yearly? I'd say in the ballpark of $300,000.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I work for pretty important clients, and they're willing to shell out lots of money for huge, elaborate design work. That's pretty much what I've been alluding to this whole time, yeah.
But if you get divorced, how will he support himself? How will he support me?
I dunno, and frankly, I don't really care. I'm only really interested in providing for my family,
But I'm your family. You can't take me away from my grandchildren. That's unthinkable.
Is it any worse than you raising my children in my house? Keeping them away from me? Who's to say, right? As far as us being family goes, well, Isaac signed those divorce papers while you were blustering about him being a fool. The ink's just about to dry, so I ought to take this down to the courthouse soon. I guess that makes us less like family and more like strangers at this point, right?
What? You actually went through with it?
That's right, with heavy hearts.
Well, when is he coming home then?
Back to that house? He said he didn't have any interest in being anywhere you are. After all, you did just destroy what was a happy marriage. What kind of sick woman tries to take her son away from his own children and then expects him to take care of her? He's a gentle soul, it's true, but you've awakened a deep, biting hatred inside of him after what you've done.
And all because I wanted to make sure he was okay? So what if I told a few lies? It was to protect him. Where's he going to go from here on out anyways?
Isaac and I are on good terms, and of course he wants to see the kids and be a part of their life, but he's not ready to go back to the office yet. A friend of his owns a mechanic shop downtown, and since he likes fixing the car and that sort of thing, he's going to work there for a while. It'll be a nice change of pace for him, having a job where everyone isn't at each other's throats.
That's ridiculous. He's not some dirty, oil-stained mechanic type. He's never told me he had any interest in that sort of work. That's beneath a man of his caliber.
Again, just because he didn't tell you, it doesn't mean it's not true. Maybe he didn't want to be humiliated by his own mother who's put him through so much torment.
I don't believe this. How could that little brat stab me in the back like this, time after time? Marry a wretched woman like yourself, fancying himself some kind of moronic, effeminate husband, and now this? This? Tell him to answer his phone and apologize to me now.
Sorry, he already left, and besides, I don't think he wants to talk to you because he knew this is exactly how you treat him. Besides, what he wants to do is his business, not mine. I love him, and if this is what he needs to feel happy, to feel like he's not under your thumb, he deserves that.
So what am I supposed to do now? Just live in this big empty place by myself? What am I going to do for money?
Oh, wow, yeah, I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
Reminding you? Does this mean you're going to support me?
Oh, you're good for a laugh, I can give you that much. But no, not in your wildest dreams are you going to see a shred of financial support from me.
All right, then. Spit it out.
That place isn't really fit to be lived in as of today. I mean, it's in pristine condition right now, but it's technically condemned.
And let me guess, you own this place, don't you? So you want to kick me out?
Well, I do own it, but even if it was Isaac's, I wouldn't recommend staying very long. The place is about to be demolished after all, so I'd say you should keep your visit very, very brief at this point.
Demolished?
Yeah, someone in the neighborhood wanted to buy up the land the house is on as part of some elaborate hotel construction job. We were planning to stay there at least until the kids were a little older, so I was on the fence up until now. Thanks to you forcing us all out of the house with that rancid personality of yours, I was able to sell the land off guilt-free.
You sold the house?
Mm-hmm. A money-grubbing mosquito woman like me has to make money somehow, right? Plus, with the construction plan and the prime real estate, I was able to get some serious buck for all the bang they're going to do.
But I already ended my lease with my apartment when I came up with my plan to usurp you.
And what a usurping it was. You better get a move on, though, otherwise you're going to be homeless or blown to bits soon enough. Still, all the other unnecessary stuff in that house is being discarded or exploded anyway, so why not join in on the fun?
Unnecessary? Who's unnecessary? How can you say such awful things to an old woman like myself?
Whoops! Slip of the tongue, I guess. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say to you. Do me a favor and keep yourself in one piece, okay? Or don't. I'm not interested in keeping tabs on you anyways. I'll be excusing myself from the conversation and your life now.
Hang on. This isn't right. We're not done here in the slightest. You can't take me away from my son. You can't keep me from seeing my darling grandchildren.
I didn't do anything. You were the one who pushed everyone away, and now it's time for you to live with that.
Wait, I didn't want to hurt anyone, I promise. I'll take it back. I'll change my ways. Just come back here so we can be a real family together. I'll do whatever it takes. I won't ever see Isaac either, if that's what you want. Just please. Please don't take the kids.
Isaac and I separated quite peacefully and fully intent on staying involved with each other, just not legally. It was clear we just needed our own time and space to process what Rose had put us through, and I was happily willing to forego tradition to do that. As far as Isaac goes, the guy's positively filthy whenever I come see him at work, covered in dark smudges of grease and oil. Beneath that exterior, though, he smiles bigger and brighter now than he ever did in a suit and tie. And for the man I love, that's all I could ever ask for. The kids were confused as to why their parents weren't together, but when they saw how glad he was to see them when I took them to his shop, I think they got it. They hadn't endured the watchful gaze of Rose nearly as long as he had, but even at their young age, those two could value the feeling of being free from her. Their upbringing might be unorthodox, but my hope is that if we find our own joy, we can spare them from being burdened with the sorrow we impose on them. More than the fact that she left me deserted on the road, more than the fact that she took the kids and my husband away from me, that was Rose's biggest sin in my opinion. No matter how hard Isaac worked, how hard he pushed himself to make her happy and proud, it was clear she was greedy enough to always want more out of him. Speaking of her, I heard she stayed in that house, paralyzed with fear, until the construction company called the cops on her and had her arrested as a squatter. The last I heard of her, she showed up at my parents' house of all places, begging for help from them after she'd been buried in debt. Ironic, given she tried to shame me for asking them for help after she abandoned me, but whatever. As you can imagine, they said no, and she vanished after that. Good riddance, I'd say. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe to see more videos like it soon.
Oh, hi! Funny seeing you here. What are you holding? Why have you got two coats with you? Hi, Katie. Oh, I'm holding my daughter's coats. I have the same one as her, actually. I make her wear two when it rains because I don't want her to get cold or wet. Wow, you're a real enthusiast about staying healthy. It's like you're trying to wrap her up in bubble wrap. Yes, these things are important. We need to be careful so that we don't catch a cold in this weather. The rain is so heavy at the moment, and it's only supposed to get worse this week. Gosh, your coat is practically the same size as your daughter. You've always been tiny, haven't you? I told you not to talk about my height. You know, it's always been a sensitive topic for me. My whole life I've had people comment on how short I am, and it's just getting annoying. All right, I get it. I'm sorry. You need to stop being so uptight, though. It's not really a big deal. It's just funny when the rest of your family are tall. I know I'm not the smallest person in the world, but 5'4" is too small in my opinion. I just feel so stumpy compared to everyone else. You're so dramatic. It really isn't a big deal. I don't get it, though. The rest of your family are tall, so why are you so short? Maybe you have never had your growth spurt. Maybe you're adopted. Hey, don't joke about that. I don't know either. I guess I just drew the short straw. Why did you lose so much weight anyway? Have you been feeling unwell? Or have you been exercising a lot? Yeah, I have lost quite a lot of weight, haven't I? I've not really felt that unwell, but I'm actually a bit worried about it too. You know, everyone starts taking things more seriously when they reach their mid-40s. What? Start taking what more seriously? You know, checkups, physical examinations, medical tests. Once you hit your 40s, you know things are only really going to get worse, aren't they? Oh, right. Yeah, I guess that's when you start feeling the effects of aging. I think I should probably go and see a doctor about my weight loss then. Well, I guess if you're trying to lose a bit of weight, then it's probably fine. But if you keep losing weight quickly, then other people will start worrying about you too. You should get some medical tests, just to be on the safe side. All right, I'll go and get checked by the doctor. I don't want it to be anything more sinister. Don't just say that. I'm sure it'll just be stress or something. But you do need to get some tests for your own peace of mind. I should be able to afford the doctor's bills too because I live with my mother-in-law. I save a lot of money on rent this way. Hey, you're a full-time housewife, so you can afford to put time and money into prioritizing your health. After all, health is wealth, am I right? I know. That's true. Anyway, it's so funny that we bumped into each other in the hospital lobby and started talking about health. What a coincidence. What are you doing here anyway? I just came to see a friend who's recently had surgery. I know, right? Is your leg still sprained? Have you come to see the orthopedic surgeon? Is your husband still stuck in his study at home working all day? You should take the bus home if your husband won't come and pick you up. It's a short walk from here, so it shouldn't be too bad on your leg. Also, are you going on vacation anytime soon? Yeah, I just needed to come for a checkup of my leg, actually. Yeah, John's still the same as he's always been. Working constantly. Thanks, I was planning on getting the bus home anyway. No, I've not got any vacation plans, actually. Are you offering to take me to the beach? You should ask your husband to take you on vacation. Don't you love making eye contact and flirting with him when you're away? Romance flourishes when you're away from home, you know. Yeah, well, I wouldn't know. He never takes me anywhere. He's always in his study apart from when he's sleeping. But I can't blame him. He's preparing for a big trial coming up in the autumn. He's been reading over case notes constantly. Oh, is your husband working as a lawyer for that law firm now? That's impressive. Yeah, he is. He's really good at it, too. He wins a lot of cases. Wow, I guess you guys are doing really well for yourselves. But why are you living like that if he's a lawyer? Living like what? What do you mean? If he's earning that much, can't he take a break for once and focus on you? You should tell your husband that if he keeps making you feel so lonely that he could end up causing you to cheat on him. Me? Cheat on him? I would never do that. I couldn't do that to him, Katie. I've seen this happen time and time again, you know. Husbands neglect their wives and then the next minute they're off with another man. If you have a pretty face, then guys will give you attention and you know how that'll end up. Look how pretty you are. Any guy would want you. Oh my. What's happened to your right cheek? You don't need to say that, Katie. Oh, what do you mean? What's happened to my face? Why is your cheek twitching like that? Oh, I think I'm probably just tired. Yesterday I stayed up late making loads of food for meal prep this week. I guess it's just twitching from being overtired. I'll have an early night tonight. Oh, if you overdo it, of course you'll exhaust yourself. Why did you do so much meal prep? You need to make sure you're living life to the full. Do things you want to do. You shouldn't be exhausted because you've been having to cook all day. I guess it might seem like that, but I just do it to be organized. It's not that much of a hardship. When I cook, I feel like I may as well make all the meals for the week and then it's done. Yeah, I guess that's true, actually. I just don't want you to get burnt out, all right? Christine, I've got this new jam that I heard is nice, so I wanted to try it this morning. Please, help yourself.
Are you going to make me eat it because you got it specially for me?
Christine, don't be silly. I was just recommending it to you.
Do you think it's funny? I don't think this is funny. What's so hilarious about jam?
Sorry. Why are you getting upset?
Are you doing this on purpose or are you teasing me? You know I don't normally eat sweet things like this. Why haven't you prepared my normal breakfast? You just gave it to me and asked me to try some, but you know I don't like apple jam, so why did you do that?
Christine, did something offend you today at the senior community center today? You seem off. It's fine if you don't want to try any. I just thought it might be a nice change for once.
Why are you asking that? Can't I just be annoyed? I just like my routines, you know.
Why are you getting annoyed twice as much as normal? You're getting agitated for no reason.
What do you mean twice as much as normal? Just watch how you're talking to your mother-in-law, young woman.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Are you sure you don't want to just try a little bit? It's really tasty, honestly.
Oh, stop asking me, Joyce. All right, fine, just to appease you. Give me some, then.
Oh, good. Here you go. Christine, if you eat it like that, you'll get all sticky. Use a napkin.
No, it's fine. I can't be bothered with that. Is your home some kind of French restaurant? There are flowers all over this napkin. It's so fancy. Things like this drive me crazy. I can't stand fuss like this.
All right, Christine, I get it. Don't use the napkin, then.
What do you mean you get it?
I heard what you said. I'll get rid of the napkins and unnecessary things you don't like.
You're making me uncomfortable because it seems like you're just pretending to be nice to me.
Okay, Christine. I'm sorry I offended you.
Are you just saying that because you're annoyed at me? Or because you don't want to talk to me?
Hey, Christine. Did you lose your card game earlier? I guess that's why you're not in a good mood. Something's clearly gotten to you. Oh, that surprised me. Why am I so jumpy these days?
Who is it? Is it John? What's he saying?
Yes, he's just texted me.
Oh, what did he say?
I told him to get some ice creams for us on the way back from his trial. He said he's going to come back home a bit earlier than normal today.
Ah, ice cream. That'll be nice and refreshing. It's been raining so much this summer, but it's still so hot and humid.
Yeah, Christine. I'm going to turn the air conditioning on, too. We need to cool down in this heat.
Oh, goodness. I'm tired. I'm exhausted all of a sudden. You know, my favorite ice creams are the ones you get in the big tub. What's it called again? Ben & Jerry's. That's delicious.
Oh yeah, that ice cream is really tasty, isn't it? That stuff is so much better than the cheaper stuff that's covered in chemicals. It's cheap and the kids love it, but it's so fake.
Yeah. Why don't you hurry up and clean up for when your husband gets home with the ice cream? You can enjoy them together.
What about you, Christine? Are you going to stay and have ice cream with us later?
No, I'll leave you two. I'll get out of your hair. When Grandma gets upset, she doesn't eat or sleep. Why does she do that? Is she okay?
Oh, why is Grandma upset? Did something happen?
I think she lost at her card game several times in a row, Dad. Mom said she was really angry at breakfast and refused what Mom was offering her.
Well, I guess you really saw Grandma's personality today. Old people can get grumpy like that sometimes.
Mom, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Has Dad lost the ability to use his hands today?
What do you mean? No. Why did you just ask that?
Why are you putting your vegetables onto his plate? Can't he serve his food himself? Why is he eating your food? That's for you. You made it, so you should get to eat your favorite parts.
It's all right, honey. I don't mind. Ever since high school, your dad has been picky with what he likes to eat, so I give him the bits he likes most. You just eat your food. I like doing this for your dad. It's my hobby.
Mom, don't you have any self-esteem? What kind of hobby is that? Can't you hear how sad you sound?
What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
Mom, I don't think Dad cares right now whether you give him extra food he likes or not. If he cared that much, wouldn't he be sad eating with us right now? He can't even be bothered to show his face at meal times. He just looks at his papers all day long. He doesn't even pay attention to you, Mom. You shouldn't give him the best food. Save it for yourself.
I know. He's busy, so he's not able to be around much. But he works so that he can provide for us all. You know that's because he's working, not because he doesn't care about us.
It's so weird that I only ever see you. That's not how a family should be. You don't seem to have any self-esteem.
It's okay, honey. If you don't like the way I live, then you should make sure you live with high self-esteem so that you can have a different experience in your future marriage. You should live the way you want while asking your husband to give you the food you like.
Ugh, honestly, I'm years away from getting married. I don't need to think about that now. I finished eating. I need to get up now. Thanks for the food, Mom.
Honey? 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 John!
Oh, you surprised me. What's wrong with you? You can't go around scaring people like that.
Did you even look at me after you got back home from work?
What do you mean? Why would I need to look at you? Is anything different?
Do you really not notice anything different about me?
Oh, have you changed something? I can't tell. New clothes?
I permed my hair, darling. What do you think?
Oh, right. It looks pretty on you. It's a good look.
Oh, really? Do you really think it makes me look pretty?
Yeah, with your hair like that, you look like Julia Roberts.
Huh? Look like who? Julia Roberts?
Yeah, your hair is really similar to her. It makes you look cute.
You idiot. It's been 2 months since I went to the salon and got my hair done. And besides, I got it straightened. Julia Roberts' hair is curled.
Right. Sorry. Well, it still looks nice on you, dear. Sorry I didn't notice earlier. You know how busy I am.
How can you be like this? Really? You don't pay any attention to me. You've not looked at me properly for 2 months.
I'm sorry, honey. The trial is tomorrow. I've just been so busy. You know how important this is for me. If this goes well for me, there will be a huge impact.
I don't care how much of an impact it'll make. You've not even eaten half a bowl of mashed potatoes in the 40 minutes you've been sitting there.
You're right. I'll hurry up and finish my meal.
Honey, I'm lonely, you know. I live in this house with 3 other people, but I'm so lonely all the time.
What? Lonely? Because of me?
Yes, because of you. If you keep making me so lonely, I'll end up cheating on you.
Go on then. Cheat on me. But if you do, just make sure you come back home in the evening.
Huh? Why would you say that? How dare you act like you couldn't care less?
Well, I need someone to make me dinner, don't I? You're telling me you're going to cheat on me and it's my fault, so what can I do? I can't stop you, can I?
Ugh, this guy, honestly. John, you infuriate me.
Stop shouting, Joyce. Come on, let's finish eating. Stop going so over the top.
Yeah, let's stop this nonsense. Oh my gosh, I'm thirsty. Did I eat too much salty food? Oh my god, Dad, how are you still eating?
You should eat first and then start asking questions, John. You're a spoiled brat. People will start calling you names. They will call you spoiled and a good-for-nothing.
Mom, why are you saying that? Please think about what you're saying in front of me. If you want to argue, then please do it somewhere else.
Honey, please pass this on to your friends.
What? What am I supposed to pass on?
Tell them that if you make your wife lonely, she will cheat on you more than 100 times over.
Mom, come on. You can't really be serious. Stop being stupid.
Well, go ahead and cheat on me. I won't stop you. If you cheat on me, then at least you won't be pestering me for my attention. I'm busy enough as it is.
What the hell? What is wrong with you? What kind of a husband says something like that?
I'm going to go into my study now. I don't want to hear another word of this.
Fine. What time are you going to come to bed then?
I think I'm going to stay up all night. I've got so much to do.
Oh, honestly. I shouldn't have even asked.
Can you get me some snacks so I don't get hungry while I'm working?
Do you really have the audacity to ask me that after what you've just said to me? There's ice cream that you bought earlier in the fridge. You can help yourself.
Remember, you were the one who started this argument, honey. can you get me some sweet corn too? I know Amelia likes it, so why don't you two go out together to get some?
Fine. Will 3 ears of corn be enough for you? I'm not doing this for you, John. I'm doing this for our daughter.
Mom, are you not going to clean the dishes?
Your dad said he wanted something sweet, so I need to go and get him some dessert.
So, are you just going to mindlessly go and get it for him?
Yeah, I'm going to go get some for you too, so it's not a wasted journey.
Mom, it seems hard to live as a loving wife like you.
That's what I think too. It is hard, but that's life. I'm sure every other marriage is the same.
Mom, are you really okay?
It doesn't matter. I'm fine. Are you not going to study? You've got your exam soon.
Mom, are you just playing along and boosting Dad's ego? He thinks he runs this place when actually you're the one slaving away every day for this family. Don't try to change the subject.
What do you mean? I just do what I've always done. I'm used to it, so it doesn't feel like hard work.
Aren't you embarrassed that you just do everything for him without getting anything back in return?
It's fine. I love your dad so much, which is why I do all this for him. He's the person I married.
I think you lost out in the relationship. If you really love him, why did you say you were going to cheat on him?
I don't know. One of my friends told me to say that to him and maybe he would start paying me more attention. I didn't really mean it, sweetie. I was just annoyed in that moment. It seems that you're cold-hearted like your dad too, you know. Nothing gets to you like it does to me. You've developed that trait from your dad.
Just because I don't let things get to me doesn't mean I'm cold-hearted. I don't know much about love, but I know that the relationship between you and Dad is not the way it should be.
It's getting late. You should sleep.
You only ever buy what Dad wants to eat. The things that I enjoy are always an afterthought.
Don't worry, Amelia. I'll be sure to buy you something at the store, too. I'll get you something other than plain corn. Honey, can I talk to you about something? I've been worried about it for a few months now.
What is it? What have you been worried about?
My hair loss has been getting worse and worse.
Well, that happens to everyone, doesn't it? As you get older, your hair starts to become thinner and starts falling out. My hair's fallen out a lot compared to when I was younger. It's just life, isn't it?
Maybe for some people, but I know plenty of people who still have most of their hair. Look here, it's all coming out where my crown is.
Oh yeah, I guess it is starting to thin a bit where the crown is. Do you know my friend Paul's wife? Well, she's in her 30s, and he told me that since the start of summer, her hair has started falling out a lot. I think it happens to a lot of people, so don't worry too much about it.
Honey, do you think that having bad lungs has anything to do with hair loss?
Oh, look at you. Don't start with this again. You're always so paranoid about everything. You must be a hypochondriac.
What do you mean? Should I not worry about my health? I really think that the problems with my health could be linked.
Do you really not realize how paranoid you are? You make your daughter wear 2 raincoats when it rains. There really isn't another mom in the world who's as worried as you are. I know you want her to be healthy, but you always go over the top.
Honey, no matter what, I always have to make sure everything will be all right. That's why I'm like that.
You know, you worry way too much about things like that. You need to let kids toughen up on their own.
But you know my mom.
Yeah, I know. Your mom and your grandma both had lung disease. But don't you realize that it's not hereditary? And you can't catch it either. Did your mom and grandma really not know that either? Your grandma died before Amelia was born. But anyway, it can't be caught from someone else.
I know. I was just saying. Amelia, you should listen to me. I'm your mom. I'm just doing what's best for you.
Mom, I really don't want to. How many times do I need to tell you?
Just listen to what I'm saying. Trust me. No, I'm fine wearing one coat. Who needs 2 coats? It's not even raining that much. Do you know how bad it is if you get wet? Even if you get a little bit wet, you can catch a cold. And then you could get pneumonia and have to be admitted to hospital. Stop overreacting! Mom, when I was out with my friends the other day and you made me wear 2 coats, they asked if I was a greenhouse. They made fun of me because I looked ridiculous. You shouldn't care about what others think about you. Even if you go out when it rains for a short while, your health should come first. It's not like I'm making you do anything harmful. I'm doing this to take care of you. So just listen to what I'm saying, all right? Ugh, seriously, I'm going crazy. Why are you like this, Mom? Christine, the community center is closed today. Where are you going? Christine, why are you so upset? Has something happened? What's wrong? You won't even answer me. What else could I have done to upset you? Oh, it's the hospital. I wonder why they've asked me to go back. They haven't requested a regular checkup for my lungs, but the orthopedic department have contacted me. I really don't have time today. I flipped the whole house upside down trying to tidy it. I cleaned and organized the fridge and put the curtains in the washing machine. I really have no time to waste. I'm so busy. Hey, you! John!
Oh my gosh, you scared me. You really need to stop jumping out at me like that.
What are you doing right now? It's late.
What do you think I'm doing? I'm working. I could ask you the same thing. Well, what are you doing up at this time?
I came to come and see what time you were going to come to bed.
What kind of Grim Reaper are you, sat on the couch in the dark like that? You look terrifying.
Do I really look like the Grim Reaper to you?
Hey, I was only joking. Don't take it seriously.
I do take it seriously. I looked at my reflection today and I looked shocking. My forehead was covered in wrinkles. It was so wrinkled.
Why are you being so negative all of a sudden? Lower your voice.
You didn't even notice all the wrinkles on my face. You never notice me. And you just carry on living as if I'm always going to be there when you want something without paying me any attention.
Why are you being like this? Stop it.
Anyway, what on earth are you doing working at this hour? Just come to bed.
I've already told you, I'm working on a case.
Are you chatting to a girl?
What? Are you crazy? What do you think I'm doing? I'm working. As long as the group case with the lawyer is successful, it will have been worth it. I'll get paid extra, and then we can afford to move to that penthouse that you said you like.
Shut up. Why are you bringing that up? We don't need a penthouse. Stop trying to sweet-talk me.
Ugh, honestly, this woman. My mom is sleeping next door, so why are you talking so loudly? What has gotten into you all of a sudden?
I'm getting so annoyed because I'm asking you what the hell you're doing and you keep giving me the same answer. You're burning yourself out for your family. You're really a workaholic. You act like a crazy person, you know. It's like you're drunk on your own self-confidence. Every day you eat dinner at 2 a.m. and then come out of your study at 8 a.m. to get breakfast, only to go back into your study to eat it. It's been like this for our whole marriage.
Why are you getting annoyed at me? You know I do this to provide for my family. You've been complaining about this our whole marriage, but you never think to just accept that this is what our life is like.
So how long do I have to do this? Doing everything for you, including ironing your stupid socks.
Well, not after today. Once the case is done, I'll be all yours.
Who do you think I am? Everything isn't going to be magically fixed after today. I'm getting sick and tired of you after getting married.
Oh, really? Why are you being like this today?
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everything. I want to be loved by a warm and loving man. I want to find love.
The audacity. Find love. Huh. Well, I'm sick of it too. Do you really think you'll be able to find someone at your age, Joyce?
What did you just say to me?
Do you think I'll sleep 3-4 hours a night and act like a crazy person because I like it? I'm doing this so I can provide a good life for my wife and child. I'm doing all this like a madman just to give you a life of luxury. Isn't that what you want?
Don't be ridiculous. You're not doing that because you love me. I'm not asking for much. I just want to see your face once a day, go on holiday with you and see the world. I don't even know what the rest of the world looks like. I've never even left the States. I graduated university at 23 and then got married straight after that. I don't even know what fresh seafood tastes like because we've never been to the ocean because I've been too busy ironing your damn socks. I don't even know what the air in Italy or Greece is like. Why do I have to live like this?
Ugh, this woman. Why are you so caught up over going on vacation? I'm sick of traveling and having to spend time with you.
What's wrong with you two? What are you both arguing about at this late hour?
Grandma, my dad got home last night at 2 a.m.
I know, honey. I heard them.
I could hear my mom talking loudly too, but then I fell back asleep. Was she really annoyed about something last night?
You don't need to worry about that. It's none of your business.
No, I heard them last night and I want to know what's going on. They sounded way more angry than before.
Well, even if your mom was really upset by something, it was only one day. Just leave it. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I guess you're right. I don't need to overthink anything. They've argued before and then been fine.
I don't know the ins and outs of why she was upset. It all happened in the day, so she might be okay now. She just seems like an exhausted housewife.
Things in the house were very strange. It was so quiet it felt like the house was completely empty. My mom doesn't smile as much as she used to, and Dad gets home at 6:50 p.m. He sits down to eat and then goes straight back to his study to work. Grandma's voice also became quieter and she seemed more timid. I'm worried about what's going on. Just take a break, Joyce. You should go and rest. I'll take over. It's all right. It's nearly done now anyway.
Come on, Joyce. You should rest now. You've been slaving away all morning.
I'm fine, Christine, honestly. It won't take long. I'm used to this.
I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Did you say you're going to make 10 apple pies?
Who are you going to give them all to? There's some spiced apple cider in the fridge, but you should heat it up and drink it. It's much better warm. I'm going to give all these apple pies to the neighbors. You know I had to use all these apples somehow. I couldn't bear to see them go to waste.
Mom, do you want me to get you a glass? Grandma? Katie? I'll just have half a glass, dear. Thank you. Okay. Here you go, Grandma.
Oh my! What's gotten into you all of a sudden, Amelia? Why are you laughing like that? What did I miss? I just had a moment where I got confused and gave the mug to my mom instead of Grandma. Silly me! Mom, why are you bent over like that? You really look like Grandma. Mom, I already told you, I'm fine. I want to walk to school with my friends. Amelia, I really wanted to make sure I could drive you to school today. Don't be silly, it's raining. It's an important day today, and I didn't want you to get wet on the way to school. You have a big exam today, remember? I know. Thank you, Mom. But you didn't have to. When my friends see you drop me off at school, they will all call me a mama's girl. All right. I'll just do it this once. I just wanted to take you to school today. I even worked hard to get my driver's license so I could drop you off at school.
Hey, all right, Mom.
Amelia, I want to tell you something.
What is it?
You've been the light of my life ever since you were born. You've brought me so much happiness.
Mom, why are you being all soppy? Are you worried about how I'll do in the exam? Is that what this is?
You know you take after your dad, not me. You're smart like your dad. In particular, you're good at studying hard like your dad. It's so lovely to see, and it just makes me so proud of you.
Oh, why are you getting so sentimental, Mom? It's just an exam. I'll try my hardest, and I won't disappoint you.
People might say you're cold and harsh, but that's not true. I know what my daughter is like, and the world needs more people like you. People like you are destined to make a difference in this world. You're more rational than emotional, which means you don't crumble under stress. That's a great trait to have.
Mom, you're giving me goosebumps. That's enough now. You're not normally like this.
Amelia, you must study well, all right? You can do whatever you want as long as you study hard. Did I ever tell you that I wanted to study law? I was supposed to study at Oxford as an exchange student, but I ended up marrying your dad, so I couldn't go. I really hope you get that opportunity in the future.
All right, I get it. I'll try to do well on this exam. Maybe I can get top of the school.
It's amazing when girls succeed in academia. We have to live in a world where men will always supersede women. Society is built so that men can succeed, but you must prove to them that you can succeed too. You know, I don't have a smart brain like you do, so I've had to live my life like this.
Mom, look, the traffic light just changed. Pay attention to the road. Stop looking at me. Mom, I know you love me. Can we talk about something different now? It's getting boring.
Amelia, don't ever forget how much I love you, all right? Don't forget that even when I'm 80, I'll be there for you.
Wow. Is this a new technique of yours to make me do well on the exam? My mom disappeared because she had an affair with another man and ran off with him. I'm in my final year of school. I'm going to university next year. I can't do this without my mom. I don't know what to do about this. But two things are clear to me. One, I won't cry about this. Two, the happiness in my world has been shattered. Things will never be the same between us. Grandma? What is it, Amelia? What are all these pills? It's Grandma's medicine. Nothing for you to worry about. Why are you taking medicine? Are you sick? What do you mean, why? Shouldn't I be asking the questions? Like, why the hell did your mom cheat on my son? Since she left, I've been having to do all the housework. You know what you should do? You should go to Oxford, get married, and live there until you die. That's how you can get revenge on your mom for leaving you. Honestly, what was she thinking? She threatened she would cheat, but I never thought she would actually go through with it. Hey, I don't want to do that, Grandma. Oh, these are your multivitamins and omega-3. And protein supplements. How many supplements do you need to take? Oh, this one contains iron? How many medicine bottles do you have, Grandma? You can count them if you're so concerned. It's not a big deal. This is just what happens when you become old like me. Oh my God, 21 tablets? How are you going to take them all? Are you sure you're all right? I'm fine. You can just put them all back in that cabinet for me, Amelia. Thanks. Even if you only take these, your stomach will be so full of pills you won't be able to eat anything else. Yeah, exactly. And I have to take them every morning. I'll have no appetite for breakfast. Yeah, that's true. Did the doctor advise you to take all of them? Yeah, he did. Just preventative pills mostly. You know, even though you're my granddaughter, You're very similar to me. Oh, really? In what way? I didn't cry or get upset when the doctor told me to take all these pills. I just sucked it up and accepted it. You're similar. You don't cry or get upset by things and just move on with your life. Why would I cry about my life? I know my mom left, but crying would only make the situation worse. At least my dad is still here. Why should I cry about her anyway? She left and chose not to be my mom anymore. So from now on, I have no ties to her. That's it. That's the attitude to have. Find something you want to achieve and study hard for it. I'm going to go to the library to study. It's a better environment for me. From tomorrow, I'll need you to pack me dinner to take with me, all right? From now on, I'm going to stay up all night and achieve my goals. This is the only way. It's my last year of school, so I need to study as hard as I can. Ah, I'm so proud of you, Amelia. You're just like your dad. This is your mom. I miss you so much. The only thing you don't know is that I want to see you. Ah, my heart is breaking. Dad, am I really that pretty? Am I so pretty you need to take videos of me?
Why are you asking me that? I'm just taking them for memories.
Why are you doing things in your life that you've never done before?
Like what? I don't get what you're getting at. Can I not do new things?
You never cared whether my face looked ugly, but now every morning you seem to pay attention to me and take pictures of me.
You'll be glad you'll have these to look back on when you're older. If you really want to know the answer to whether you're pretty or not, why don't you go downtown and ask the people there? There's no dad in the world who doesn't care about his daughter.
Dad, stop it. So am I really that pretty then?
You're so cute I could gobble you up, sweetie.
Stop being silly, Dad. Oh, Katie. Hello.
Hi, Amelia. Why aren't you sleeping? You should sleep some more. It's a Sunday after all. Why are you up so early?
I have to study every single day. There's no cheat days allowed in my books. Not even Sundays.
I've made you some food for the week, if you would like it. It's beef pie. I thought it would help your grandma out.
I'm not going to eat that. Please leave. I'm not interested. My mom used to make that every week for me. Why would I want to eat that and be reminded of her? Aren't you upset with your dad? What reasons would I have to be upset with him? He acts like a stranger who goes fishing once a week and then comes back to sleep. He doesn't even take you on vacation. We barely see him anymore. He goes on vacation alone twice a year for more than 10 days at a time. How could he not even take his own daughter, who is a university student? Surely you need a break from your studies to relax on vacation. Grandma, what's gotten into you? What? I'm just saying. Why is he being like this? I'm 22. I'm not immature. I don't hold anything against him. He can live his life how he wants. I don't live with him anymore. Oh, is that so? You really don't care. Yeah, he can do what he wants. I hope my dad can get remarried in the future. Actually, I think my dad might be seeing someone at the moment. Oh, really? Who? How can you tell? Well, I can just tell by the look on his face. He looks like someone who started dating recently. It's just that kind of atmosphere. What kind of atmosphere is it? You wouldn't understand, Grandma. But there's something there. Your mom. Don't talk about her. I'll need to clean my ears out if I hear those words again. Oh, Dad. Is someone with you? It seems like there's someone there.
Oh, no one's with me. But the hotel is completely booked, so someone might have walked by.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm glad everyone could make it here before the wedding. Oh, did you get the things for me that I wanted to send to my friends back in Oxford?
Yeah, it's here. We'll be sending it by airmail, so make sure it's packaged properly.
All right, I'll do that now. I want to send them a little thank you gift for supporting me, even though they couldn't make it to the wedding. Oh, Dad, what's that? What's on your face?
No, it's nothing, Amelia.
What do you mean, nothing? I can see something on your face. What happened?
You don't need to be worrying about me. I just nicked it yesterday. Just focus on yourself and resting up before tomorrow.
All right, Dad. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get married. I hope I won't be too nervous to sleep.
How's your life in Oxford, by the way? I bet it isn't easy.
Dad, I'm a social media manager at a law firm, and it's great. Living in Oxford is great, actually. I've got amazing friends, and I can't wait to go back after the wedding. Did I ever tell you that I met Adam there? Such a romantic story. Anyway, I've been making money for 4 years now. I'm prepared for anything that the future throws at me.
That's it, my girl. I'm so proud of the woman you've become.
Thanks, Dad. You taught me how to get to where I am.
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, actually. The thing is...
What? Has something happened?
The thing is, your mom...
Ugh, honestly, I need to clean my ears out. I'm getting married tomorrow. Why would you make me so unlucky by saying that?
Unlucky?
Yes. Stop talking to me about that person. She means nothing to me now. End of conversation.
Well, I'll have you know that the person you want nothing to do with is in my room at the moment.
What? Mom is here? Are you insane? If you don't want to see me go crazy on the night before my wedding, get her out of this hotel right now.
Please, come and see her. Just for 10 seconds.
There's no point. Do you really want me to lose my mind?
All right, just see her for 3 seconds.
Hey, why? Why? Oh, fine. 3 seconds is as much as she's worth to me.
Honey, come in. You can come in now.
Mom? Look at the bride's mom. Doesn't she look terrible? She's with her friend, I think. Oh, look, they're holding hands.
They've been friends for 40 years.
Wow, it's so sweet to see that. What a special relationship.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Did you hear that she found out recently that she has adult sleepwalking?
Oh, really? It can appear when you're in your 30s, can't it? I'm worried about her health. She'd reached her full height when she was only 14 years old. Everyone else in her family was tall, but she was particularly short.
So that's why there was already some sort of aging problem with her. I guess she developed illnesses younger than others her age.
But she's only 53 and looks much older. That must be awful for her.
We should be thankful we aren't in her position.
I don't think she has much time left. Her bone density is all gone, and look, her muscles are wasting too.
She's been living alone for 10 years because she's worried that she will spread the illness to her daughter.
Of course it's not contagious. But then again, she's always been paranoid about things like that, hasn't she? Her family was so unhappy about it, but she constantly worried about them.
Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? She must have missed her daughter so much. Why didn't he just tell them the truth instead of leaving?
Well, she saw her daughter every day through photos and videos that she got from John. That must have made it a bit easier for her. She saw her husband once in a while. They related to each other more like lovers than a married couple. He traveled abroad twice a year and went on holiday to see her too.
He loved her so much. That's what I heard from his friends. They said he realized his love for his wife too late. She just wanted to be loved with an undying love.
Then after begging her husband to love her for years, saying love me, was finally loved passionately for over 10 years.
There's no place they haven't been to while on their holidays twice a year.
I'm thinking it would be better for me and my wife to live like that too. If I got sick like that but ended up being loved more passionately than ever, wouldn't it be worth it?
Don't be ridiculous. Don't say something like that.
I know, but it's such a beautiful story.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's sad, but has a beautiful ending.
Look at the bride. She's not even shedding a tear.
I've been told she's a bit like that. She's cold-hearted, apparently. Mom, why have you got this picture?
This is from when we went to Argentina 4 years ago.
I know it's in Argentina, but why have you set it as your screensaver?
Well, it's a nice picture, but it's funny too. Look at the woman stood behind me. Can you see her face?
That's so funny. I wouldn't have seen that if you hadn't pointed it out.
I look about 100 years old. I think that woman was completely shocked by the fact I was kissing your handsome dad, who was 53 years old at the time. Oh, it was so funny we took a selfie to capture it. That's why I made sure to save it whenever I change my phone. I'd be sad to lose it.
That photo is really amazing. Mom, we should sleep now.
All right. I bet you're tired.
Mom, come here. I'm going to hug you tightly while we fall asleep.
Look at me. I'm like the baby right now, and you're like my mom, looking after me like this.
That's true.
It's a relief that your admission to your postgraduate university place is still 3 months away.
Even if it was 3 years away, I would be glad. It would mean that I would get to spend 3 more years with you. Mom?
What is it?
Did you miss me? When you were gone all that time.
I missed you so much that I sometimes thought I was going to die. You have no idea.
Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you. Sleep well. As I put my mom to sleep in my arms, the rest of the world disappeared. I was so glad that I finally told my mom that I loved her that evening. This is the end of my story. There's nothing else to add to it. The only thing I wanted to say to my mom was how much I missed her. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up and click subscribe to see more. And why not leave us a comment in the comment section down below? We look forward to reading your thoughts. See you next time.